Are you a procrastinator? If so, I'm going to teach you some skills today that will help you to overcome this habit of yours of putting things off that you don't want to do. I'm thinking specifically today about students who have just started a new school year and are just gearing up and they're learning, remembering what it's like to be in school again, and they're getting more and more assignments, and it's very easy to start getting behind in school when there's so many other competing activities, as we call them. Competing activities or choices, other things you could be doing with your time other than schoolwork. You could be going to parties, you could be going out with your friends, you could be sleeping, you could be cooking, you could be working out, you could be laying on the floor with your dogs. You could be doing anything other than schoolwork. So you have lots of competing demands. You have other things that you could be doing. And because schoolwork brings up anxiety, it brings up a lot of anxiety for some people. So if your anxiety about your academic performance is prevalent, it is particularly important for you to pay attention to this video today because it's incredibly important to not give in to the urge to procrastinate because it leads to all kinds of problems. It can lead to your work building up and building up, then you get overwhelmed, then you can get depressed, then you can get further behind. It can, and then you might need to drop out of school. I mean, it can get that bad pretty quickly. So, a lot of folks who procrastinate will say that one of the big reasons they're doing it is because they're overwhelmed. And they're just avoiding it because they feel so overwhelmed. One thing that you can do in that case is to break down the task into very small steps that you know that you are willing to do. So, are you willing to turn on your laptop? Yes. Are you willing to open a new document? Yes. Are you willing to start thinking about the title? Yes. Are you willing to start typing out some ideas? Yes. And you just keep it really simple and you just go as far as you can and see what happens. Some days you will be able to work for maybe 2 hours. Other days you might only be able to work for 2 minutes because that's all you can possibly do that day. I want you to know that all progress is important because momentum is 90% of the effort. Okay, so break the skills down or break the tasks down into smaller tasks so that you can complete them and keep going. Remember, the momentum is very important. It makes it a lot easier for you to get things done. Even if you're doing small tasks, you're still taking advantage of that momentum. Okay? Another thing that I use a lot when I want to procrastinate, because procrastination is also an issue in my life, so I happen to be a dual expert in this area, is that I use my body double, which is an exact replica of me that stands about 6 feet away from me and is like a holographic version of me that gives me whatever I need in terms of do I need a chaperone? Do I need a life coach? Do I need a tutor? Do I need my biggest fan? Do I need a best friend? Do I need my own therapist? What do I need today? And I have as part of my body double is like a drill sergeant and says to me, I know that you don't want to work on your taxes and you're going to do it anyway. Let's go. And just doesn't even let me off the hook. So my body double can be used in that way to kind of keep you on track, monitor what you're doing for whatever reason. When you're imagining it outside of yourself, it can make it a lot easier for you to actually hear it. Not sure really why, but it seems to work that way. But try my body double and just do it and don't let yourself off the hook, because you have a part of you that can do that for yourself. Remember, we have the authentic self, which is when we're calm, confident, and centered. That part of us knows what to do. But it's this little part of us that steps forward that is afraid and will make us avoid something because it's unpleasant and we don't think we can do it, or we just don't want to do it. We have to help that part step back, and we need to, the calm, confident, centered, authentic you needs to step forward and just do it, even though you don't want to do it. And remember, any progress is progress. Just don't give up. If you find yourself getting into trouble, reach out for help. Uh, be very careful about your mood. Are you starting to get depressed because you're overwhelmed? These are all things that are really important. So I'm going to do another video on what to do if you're feeling overwhelmed. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck using these skills.